NFL Network's the only place you can catch all 65 NFL preseason games. 13 of them, by the way, coming to you live. It's NFL preseason. It starts Thursday, August 8th on NFL Network. We will have Nate Burleson in the booth for some Rams games.
Yeah.
3 out
on the
of
West
4.
Coast.
Yeah, and in that fourth game, we've got Kyle Brandt in the booth for the Chicago Bears facing
Bears-Titans, baby.
Nice.
Maybe the Ryan Tannehill Invitational. Who knows?
Love that. Training camps are in full swings, and we are... What did you say?
Ryan Tannehill Invitational. He's the Titans' backup now. Maybe he'll be playing in that game. That'd be incredible. I'll take it.
Well done. Okay, we're all over it this morning, so let's break it down with some of the toughest matchups in the league. It's something I like to call caps lock. 2 hats, you pick one.
All right.
On ITC Live this week, Ravens head coach John Harbaugh gave some serious insight on how they plan on using Lamar Jackson this season. Take a listen.
Anytime you expose your quarterback to the hits, he's got unique talents in that way. But you see a guy like Cam Newton, a max of 139 times in a given year. Is there an over-under on that someplace?
I'd bet the over on that one.
Yeah.
I'd bet the over for sure on that
No
one.
hesitation either.
It's going to be interesting. I don't think we know the exact numbers or the math of the thing. You know, if you look back and you think of the history a little bit, the game was probably revolutionized with Bill Walsh and Joe Montana, and that's been the model for the last 25, 30 years. What's the next era going to be? Well, we're about to find out.
I love it. Harbaugh saying it's revolutionary. It's sort of old school what they're doing, running. Lamar Jackson, super excited about him. So whose offense are you more excited to see that's revolutionary? The Baltimore Ravens or Kyler Murray and the dark visor out in the desert?
Great choices.
Pick one.
I'll jump in. I'll take.
Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh,
No,
bad.
Nate.
Go
you
ahead.
put my hat down, dude.
Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing.
I'll jump in. You jump out.
I'll jump
All right.
out. My bad.
Here's what I think. It's a tasty soundbite from Harbaugh. And I know, especially when they've been looking at things like the triple option concept in the offseason, is really exciting. And yeah, I'm going to go with this one right here. I'm going to go with the Cardinals because there's going to be a buzzword all season long. You see these buzzwords pop up out of nowhere. This season, the buzzword is going to be tempo. You're going to hear a lot about tempo. Fast. We've seen a lot of this. It's good. We have not seen number one right there run a pro system. You hear about all the spreads. They throw it all over the yard. They do this, they do that. They don't usually have a spread offense quarterback who can run like that. I just picture pass with defense's gas. Next thing, Kyler runs one off the edge. It is going to be really cool because those Texas Tech teams that Cliff coached, they weren't great teams, but damn were they fun to watch. It's a show every single week, so I'm into that.
Love that. Tempo.
That's it. The buzzword.
Can you leave that hat on, please?
Of course,
This
yeah.
segment. Mike,
Unless
I've got
Nate
one
takes it
for
off.
you now. Bobby Wagner negotiated a deal for himself, and now he has some lofty goals after signing that 3-year, $54 million contract extension. Take a listen.
You're a perennial Pro Bowler. You've won a Super Bowl. You just got paid a second time. When you think about the rest of your career, what else is there to accomplish?
Just trying to leave a legacy. You want to hopefully get your jersey up in the Raptors. Hopefully, win a couple more Super Bowls. And there's a lot more to win.
We're looking forward to that. So, Mike, if the Seahawks are going to win a couple more Lombardis, they're going to need Russell Wilson at the top of his game. Which quarterback closer to winning another Super Bowl? This guy or this guy?
I saw a moment there where Wagner, as his own agent, said, third time. He was interrupted. Third time I got paid. Well, second time with the big contract. I've got a team that's in a transition period with a new head coach, and I've got a team that's coming to the end of a transition period. I think the last couple of years have been that rebuild, and while they have been doing that, Russell Wilson has kept them afloat and kept them a contender. Those were supposed to be rebuilding years. I am bullish on the Seattle Seahawks this year. I had the right hat here, right? Yeah. I really am. I think you're going to get some contributions from some young guys that maybe aren't household names. L.J. Collier, the rookie, they really expect him to step up right away. The Jared Reed suspension is going to hurt me a little bit here as far as my projection, but he'll be back at some point this year. They rebuilt that offensive line, brought DJ Fluker back and Mike Iupati. And that guy, I mean, to keep him afloat, well, now he's got the ability to take this reset roster to the next level. I'm going Seattle here.
You think they should be the favorite in the division? I know that obviously it is the Rams.
No, I mean, the Rams got to be the favorite.
Do you see them unseating them?
I think they're lurking there.
Woo!
I think the San Francisco 49ers, I think that division is going to be tighter than some folks are thinking. You don't just crown the Rams on this one.
Sure.
There could be some Super Bowl hangover, regression, whatever, combined with the fact that some of these teams are on the upswing here.
Love that, Nate. Let's talk wideouts, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
One of our faves, DeAndre Hopkins, caught up with James Palmer yesterday, Texans camp. What does D-Hop think we'll see from the Houston Texans wide receivers this year?
Oh, man, I don't like talking stats, but Will last year, I think he was one, led the league in, minimum drops last year. A lot of people think, DeAndre Hopkins, didn't have any drops, but Will was right there behind me until he got hurt. I'm pretty sure he led the league in touchdowns per catch also. So, and Kiki came and had 100-some yards his first game back. So, I don't want to talk these guys too much or myself, but sky's the limit for us, really, man.
Nate, if healthy, these Texans receivers could be very impressive. Yeah. Stats, highlight reels, toe drag swag, all of it. I'm going to give you this receiver group and then the hat that you don't know is here. And I'm going to tell you who you'd rather have week 1. Ready?
Okay.
Texans or Saints?
Oh, so if healthy, this receiving group can be great. If he shows up, Mike Thomas could be the best in the game. This is tough because anytime you have Mike Thomas in the conversation, he can hold down any wide receiver group. But I love what the Texans have. You know, Deshaun Watson, now after bouncing back from that injury, going on that streak last year, being successful, not just running the ball, but also having that combination and that connection with DeAndre Hopkins, that right there is something special. And what I talk about with Will Fuller is his ability to go over the top. When you have DeAndre Hopkins, who's the best in the game, talking to the reporter saying, hey, Will, he was right behind me in drops. He's one of the best in the game in touchdowns per catch. Kiki came in and had 100 yards when he was back healthy. So when this trio, and this is contingent on these guys being healthy, when they're on the field together, I think it's the most well-rounded wide receiving group because you have a tall, pass-catching, chain-moving, highly contested catch maker in DeAndre Hopkins. You have pure speed in Will Fuller. We're talking track meet, 100-yard dash down the field, take top off any coverage, and then you have that in-between guy that gets those gritty yards in Kiki. So for me, I do believe that this wide receiver group in the Texans could not – they could be as good as they want in the division, but I think if they're healthy, they could be one of the best in the NFL.
I love that. And I love hearing DeAndre Hopkins with James Palmer. Our reporters are all over the map. We are live with the Cowboys and the Bears. We are bringing you Zeke Watch as well. Jerry Jones is implying that the boys do. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
You got a frying pan on your head.
So Jerry's saying that the Cowboys do not need Zeke Elliott to win a Super Bowl. Wow.
Just keep talking, Jerry. I absolutely love it. I'm eating out of your hand.
And Baker Mayfield's adding another level to his look, to his attitude, to all of it in Cleveland.
Okay, I notice you're not saying swag. Is that word not cool anymore? I kind of with you on that.
I'm never going to say it again.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's annoying now. It's ubiquitous. It's like my mom is saying
snapback, though. I can adjust.
Yeah.
Tonight on NFL Total Access, major players on the mic. Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott on a new contract and a new controversy. Plus, Carson Wentz from Eagles camp and a fantasy ruling on Todd Gurley. Tonight, 7 Eastern.
Thanks to Priceline working with top airlines to turn their unsold seats into amazing deals, sports fans are seeing more away games.
Yeah!
Isn't that a fire hazard?
It's actually just a fire.
Priceline. Every trip is a big deal.
It's great to get outside and meet the people.
It sure is.
Bet his dad's glad he came by earlier and got full coverage.
Yeah, but can his dad dance?
For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
The hottest new razor is taking the men's group